This time, astronauts saw... I'd like to send you an urban legend of a vanished sphere of light. The phenomenon of a sphere of vanished light? It is known as a mysterious event that astronauts encountered in outer space. This sphere of light. It was confirmed as a bright glowing object, and after suddenly realizing it in outer space, it has the characteristic of disappearing without leaving any trace. Among astronomers and scientists, what this phenomenon is, various hypotheses have been put forward as to the cause of its occurrence. Now, let's take a look at the current considerations and hypotheses about this phenomenon together. 1. Observation case of a sphere of disappeared light. Reports of the astronauts encountering a sphere of light? It has been recorded several times as space exploration progresses. Observation of this phenomenon? It is not limited to specific astronauts or space missions, and has been confirmed by astronauts of multiple nationalities at different times. Sphere emitted a very bright light, and after appearing for a few seconds to minutes, it suddenly disappears as if nothing had happened. The sphere of light observed varies in size, color, although there are some severity differences, just before disappearing, etc. It is characterized by a certain common pattern. Orbs of light testified by astronauts are so-called satellites and space stations floating outside the Earth's atmosphere, around, or even more often confirmed in the true universe. There is no regularity in the place or frequency of its appearance. From this, light from natural phenomena in space junk, there is also the possibility of reflection, but there are many points that cannot be fully explained by that alone. Physical properties of spheres of light. The observed sphere of vanished light is not just reflected light. It often looks as if it is emitting light itself. Therefore, some scientists... It suggests that this sphere of light may have some source of energy. The diameter of the sphere ranges from 2 meters to several tens of meters. Since it is spherical, this is thought to be due to the uniform release of energy in outer space. This sphere it often emits strong brilliance, especially at ultraviolet and infrared wavelengths. If spectral analysis by observing instruments is possible, by examining light-emitting substances and radiant energy, we might be able to find out who you are. However, at present, a detailed analysis of because it has not been, how the sphere of light emits light. What kind of energy source it has remains a mystery. Hypothesis of a vanished sphere of light. Plasma phenomenon in outer space. There is a hypothesis that the disappeared sphere of light is a kind of plasma phenomenon. Plasma is an airframe in a high-energy state. Electrically charged particles gather to create light. It is known to emit, even in the Earth's atmosphere and aurora. It has been observed that the plasma emits light. It is theoretically conceivable that plasma can also be generated in outer space under certain conditions. Trace amounts of gas leaking from spacecraft and space stations, for example, floating in space. Small particles. By turning it into plasma under the influence of strong radiation from the sun and the magnetosphere, a glowing sphere can be produced. In this case, plasma loses energy in a short time. This can explain the phenomenon of rapid dimming and disappearing, relation to dark matter and unknown matter. In outer space, it has been suggested that dark matter and unknown substances exist that are unobservable with current science and technology. Dark matter is different from ordinary matter. Because it does not emit electromagnetic waves, it cannot be directly observed. However, by interacting with certain energetic or magnetic fields, it is thought that there may be a temporary luminescence phenomenon. Based on this hypothesis, the vanished sphere of light is thought to be the temporary visualization of normally unobservable material under some conditions, the distribution and movement of dark matter in outer space. However, the shape observed by astronauts under certain conditions, the possibility of emitting light cannot be denied. As research on dark matter advances, it may lead to the elucidation of this phenomenon. Distortions in spacetime and wormholes, disappearing spheres of light, distortions in spacetime and wormholes. It is also possible that modern physics is related to an uncharted area. According to general relativity, space-time is known to warp under the extreme influence of gravity. Small distortions that occur in space-time under certain conditions may sometimes be observed as glowing spheres to astronauts. Also, the theoretically existing wormholes are light. There's a hypothesis it is the true identity of the sphere. What is a wormhole? It's like a tunnel connecting different time and space. Its entrance and exit may emit strong energy. In this case, the sphere of light may be seeing the entrance or exit of the wormhole. Theoretically, wormholes disappear instantaneously. As observed, it is also consistent with the phenomenon that the observed sphere of light disappears in a short time. 4. Astronauts' impact? For astronauts, encountering an unknown sphere of light, while stimulating scientific curiosity, it can also cause psychological tension in space exploration. Unpredictability. Although it is not uncommon to encounter such a phenomenon, these unexplained issuance phenomena are. It brings up again questions about the unknown realms of the universe. Also, by orbs of light approaching and disappearing from astronauts, how it affects their vision and senses is also an interesting theme. Visual changes caused by strong light or sudden disappearance phenomena. Research is also underway on the impact on cognitive function in outer space. Thus, how to deal with unknown phenomena that astronauts encounter in outer space. Training to maintain psychological stability. It will become even more important in the future. 5. Hope for scientific clarification. The disappeared sphere of light is one of the mysteries awaiting clarification in modern astronomy and physics, and once its true identity is revealed, it is believed that new knowledge about the structure and energy behavior of the universe will be obtained. Scientists have, to test the hypothesis for this phenomenon, observations using experimental facilities on Earth and space telescopes. Furthermore, we are advancing research through reproduction experiments on the space station. This phenomenon highlights that. It highlights how outer space is a mysterious place beyond our knowledge. Scientists have, by discovering the real identity of the vanished light sphere, matter in the universe, and about the behavior of energy, I believe in the possibility of gaining new understanding. In the future, improving space exploration tech. It is expected that the development of new observation instruments will shed more light on the causes and mechanisms of this phenomenon. For example, more sensitive sensors and new spectral analysis techniques may reveal details of the energy emitted by the spheres of light and antibiotics. As this research progresses, the mystery of the vanished sphere of light is solved. It will lead to new discoveries about the origin of the universe itself. The spherical phenomenon of light, subject to cutting-edge research in astronomy, the unknown energies and space-time mysteries in the universe, even dark matter and wormholes. It has the potential to lead to themes that go beyond the framework of our science. How did you like it? Thank you for subscribing to the channel.